Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to see why we should use the median instead of the average when talking about credit union assets. We will see there's a big difference between the average assets for a credit union and the median. We're going to use this data set. This data set consists of all credit unions in the US for the month of December 2020, end of the quarter, and of course, total assets. For example, this was the number of total assets for this credit union, and so on. Before we compute the median by using our function median, and of course, computing the average, let's take a look to the data and do a distribution to visualize what is the median. As you may know, the median is the number in the middle of the data set. If we sort this column from highest to lowest, the number in the middle, that will be the median. If the numbers are even, there is not a number in the middle, you get the two numbers in the middle and you do the average to get the median. And of course, you know how to compute an average. But let's take a look to the data and see that there is outliers, that our distribution is not normal, that our distribution is skewed to one side. And when your distribution has outliers, it is skewed to one side, you want to use the median. Okay, to do the distribution, let's do a quick pivot table. So let's put assets and rows, and then assets on values. Let's move the field twice. So now we're gonna group assets, the one in rows, this column A. Let's group. Okay, as you can see, it starts at 20,000 and ends at 135 billions. This is our number for the smallest credit union and our number for the highest credit union with assets. So let's do buckets, increments of, let's do 300 millions. Now let's column B, let's make it count. And let's make this column currency. Okay. So this is the number of total credit unions. So if we sort them, we know if we sort them all the credit unions from highest to lowest total number of assets, the one in the middle is the median. So clearly we know our median is here, it's in this bucket. But look how many credit unions we have in this bucket, more than 4,000. More than 4,000, and there is only 238 billions in assets, but the total is about 1.9 trillions assets. And then here we can see So we have one credit union with 135 billions, one credit union with 45 billions. Two credit unions combined have this number of assets, and so on. So clearly we have outliers here. Those credit unions are too big. Our distribution is going to look skewed to one side. We can let's chart our distribution to see how the distribution looks. We cannot even really see the distribution because we know that most credit unions are in this bucket. If we skip that bucket, now we can see the distribution. The distribution is skewed to that side. We have those outliers. So when your distribution is skewed to one side and you have outliers, which of course the outliers, they're gonna also make the distribution to be to one side, you wanna use the median. I mean, those are outliers. Those credit unions are too big. This, for example, we know this is an AB, is the largest credit union. Okay, so let's compute the median. So the easiest way to compute the median, you just use the median function in Excel. So it's almost 44 millions, and then the average has to be a big difference because of the outliers that we saw. 360 million, so it's a big difference. If you talk about the average for a credit union is 360 millions in assets. The average asset for a credit union 360 millions. It's a big difference when you say that because the median is 43. It's the reason that the average is too high is because you have outliers. You have very few credit unions that they have a lot of assets. I mean, for example, if you will look here, let's go all the way here. See, 14 credit unions here. You look here, 14 credit unions have more than 400 billions. So, and of course, we have more than 5,000 credit unions. So that is why we want to use the median. It's a better measure to understand the size of a credit union when we're talking about assets. Okay, so in this sheet, I have historical data for the median for quarterly values, as well the average assets. So this chart shows how the average has been increasing, the line in green, and of course the y-axis is much more higher, much more higher than the y-axis of the median. So it's a big difference in amounts. And of course, the median and the average, they behave similar when you look at the symmetry. So over time, how the median and the average, they have been increasing. Um, Here we have the median versus the average 1 year growth. How the median has changed year over year. Also how the average has increased year over year. We have always positive growth, as we can see here, always positive growth. It's about higher than 5% for the bottom two. I mean, we see that the average normally grows higher than the median, the average. Now they have all the same symmetry. It was a decline in median and average in 2010. It was for most likely for the financial crisis, of course. And in 2020 it was a sharp increase for the median and the average. Well, hope you like this video. If you like the video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to continue adding videos talking about statistics. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Thank you.